Hello everyone and welcome to the part 2 of phase. Yes, what's this phase? If you don't know, then we will let you know that what does this phase mean in our channel. So according to us, phase means frequently asked concepts in environmental science. So this is basically the meaning of phase. Now let's see what was there in the first phase, that's the phase 1. So let's rewind and recap the first part. So we discussed about the atmospheric layers, what are the important layers, ozone, whether it's good or bad, the chemical reactions and the UV rays present in it. Number 3 was smog, the types of smog, the year of detection, chemical formulation, and the number 4 was types of coal, the percentage of water, quality of coal and sulfur content. The fifth one was Beer-Lambert law and the concept behind it. So today we are going to start the first important frequently asked concept, that is the ions present in seawater and their residence time. So let us assume that there is 1 kg or 1 liter of seawater. So in that 96.5%, that is 965 gram, is water. But the rest 3.5%, that is 35 gram, constitute different kinds of salt. So let's see after maximizing this. So if this 3.5% is maximized, then we get chloride concentration is about 55% in the seawater, and the number 2 is sodium, which constitute 3.6%. Next comes the sulfate, that is having 7.7%, and followed by the magnesium, calcium, potassium and other minor constituents. So what we have learned here, the top 4 constituents of seawater are chloride, sodium, sulfate and magnesium. So is there any trick to remember this thing? So let's make it out. So one thing we have to remember, that whenever someone asks about salt, then first name comes is sodium chloride. So what we have to do is just switch the chloride to the first option and sodium as second. Similarly for magnesium sulfate, sulfate as the third option and magnesium as the fourth one. The next thing we will discuss is residence time of ions in seawater. So what about this time? So residence time of ions in seawater means the average length in time that an ion remains in seawater. So chloride ion has the maximum residence time, followed by sodium, magnesium and sulfate. So let's see more deeply. So we have learned there are many kinds of ions present in the seawater. But let's see which ion stays in the seawater for how long. So number 1 is chloride again. Yes, the chloride is having the time here, that is the residence time of 80 million years, followed by sodium, that is 60 million years, and then the list continues from magnesium, sulfate, potassium, calcium, manganese, aluminium and iron. So you have to remember this sequence because it is very important for the examination point of view. The next thing today which we are going to study is noise level standards. Yes, the government of India has mentioned certain limits beyond which we should not go because to reduce the noise pollution. So this shows the complete table of the noise level. Yes, the noise pollution regulation and control rule of 2000 has suggested some of the limits for the industrial zone, commercial zone, residential and silence area. So in daytime, the industries should be having 75 decibel, that is the limit, and in night time they should be having 70 decibel as the sound limit. Whereas in commercial areas, the daytime limit is 65 decibel and the night time is 55 decibels. Similarly, residential area are having certain limits set by the rules, that is 55 decibel during day and 45 during night. And silence area will be having the daytime limit as 50 decibel and night time as 40 decibel. So this is very important. I hope everyone knows this, and if you don't know, then note it down in a pen and paper. So the next phase of today's lesson will be mass balance approach. So what is this mass balance approach? It is basically a numerical from the syllabus that deals with environmental toxicology. So if you want to know the numerical, the link is in the description below. The next thing which we are going to discuss in the phase chapter will be photosynthetic pathways. Yes, they are very important, and basic questions from C3, C4 and CAM plants are a must in every examination. So why I am giving stress on the photosynthetic pathway is that because in December 2018 NET examination, the question directly came that sorghum is what kind of plant, and the options were C3 perennial plant, C4 plant or CAM plant. So if you haven't known, the mechanism, you can check the link in the description in which I have described the mechanism for C3, C4 plants and answer me in the comment that what will be this answer. Now it's time for the tip of the day. Yes, it is very important. So today's tip is learn something new every day. Yes, why I am telling is because it will definitely boost your confidence every single day. So it can be a small concept or it can be a numerical, even if it can be a small term. So you can join us on Instagram as well as Telegram. The link is in the description below. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed.